everybody! It's almost Christmas! Welcome to Grandmommy's house, where food is all about love and everybody's welcome, and it's looking like and smelling like Christmas everywhere. So today I have a yummy recipe for you. It's a traditional Christmas morning breakfast casserole, and you can make it ahead of time or get up early and make it that morning, but it's what we do. Everybody comes over at 9 o'clock. We have our breakfast bake and cinnamon rolls. Everybody comes in their jammies, and then we have breakfast and open gifts and hang out in our PJs. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a minute and we will make a yummy Christmas casserole. Alright, so breakfast on Christmas morning. We start out with 12 eggs. So I have just used a fork and kind of whipped the eggs up a little, broken up all the yolks. It's very simple, and I'm going to show you the simple one, but you can add other things to this depending on what your family likes. But because we always have kids too, I don't put all the extra things in. Sometimes if the crowd is big, I'll make one with the extras and one without. Today I'm just going to use eggs, sausage, Bisquick, salt and pepper, and milk. That's your basic one. The upgraded version that I use has chopped tomatoes, green onions, and mushrooms. And in that one I use mozzarella cheese. Today I'm going to use cheddar cheese. So you can see that you can be flexible. The basic thing is your Bisquick, your eggs, and your salt and pepper and milk. And from there you can be very creative and pick out your family's favorite things. So I have used the fork to break up all the yolks and stir my eggs. I'm going to throw in my salt and pepper. It's 1½ teaspoons of salt and ½ teaspoon of pepper. On top of that, I've got 1 1/4 cups of Bisquick or any kind of baking mix. You can use Bisquick. There's a Jiffy Mix. There's store brands. They're all the same. Any one of them will work. So I'm going to stir this Bisquick up with the eggs and the salt and pepper. I hope if you've got kids in the house, everybody's getting so excited about opening some gifts, about celebrating Jesus being born. This isn't his actual date of birth, we know that now, but it's the celebration time. So I've stirred in the Bisquick. Now I'm going to pour in 1 cup of milk. I've got a 9 by 12 pan standing by. I've put a little bit of cooking spray in it. My oven is on 375. I have already browned 1 pound of pork sausage. Let me show you a little trick I sort of learned in the last couple years after cooking for all these years. Instead of putting your paper towel on a plate when you're frying bacon or making sausage, I figured out if you just put a piece of saran wrap on your counter and put your paper towel on top of that, when you're done, just fold up your saran wrap and throw it away, and no greasy mess on your counter or on your dishes. Funny how simple things can get after you've done them so many times. So now I'm going to pick up the saran and the paper towel and pour in the 1 pound of sausage that's already been browned. Fold it up. Look at that for cleanup. Don't you love it? Throw it away. Stirring in the sausage. And then finally, I have 2 cups of cheese. With this recipe I'm going to use cheddar, but you could use mozzarella, Colby Jack, Mexican, whatever flavor you like in the cheese, just throw it in. Stir this all together. Try to break up the cheese so it's not in any big chunks. With only these basic ingredients, you're only going to need to bake it for about 30 minutes. If you add in the other things like the extra veggies, especially like tomatoes and mushrooms, you'll probably want to bake it a little closer to maybe 40 minutes because of the extra liquid that the veggies add in. Alright, so there we have it. Here's my 9 by 12. Just going to pour it all in there. Scrape all the goodies out of this bowl. You know, another idea with this is you could if you weren't doing it for a special breakfast together, you could use a dipper, an ice cream scooper, a big spoon, a ladle, and dip this into muffin tins and bake them. It probably wouldn't take 30 minutes. Bake them for 20 and check them. But then you would have individual breakfasts that you could freeze, and maybe on school days just warm those up. So I'm going to put this in the oven at 375. I'm going to let it bake for 30 minutes, and then I'll be back and show you how it looks. All right, so our sausage egg breakfast bake is ready. Take it out of the oven. And now let's cut a couple pieces and see how yummy this looks inside. You think I like to eat? Yeah, I think so. I love good food. I like cooking it. I like serving it to others, and of course I enjoy eating it myself. So here we go. One slice. Let's get one more over there on our red and green plates. This is for Christmas morning, right? So there you are. Breakfast bake for Christmas. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful Christmas. I hope that you know Jesus and that you love Him with all your heart. That's the greatest blessing of all over any time. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.